Hello, gorgeous. I'm back today, and today I want to talk to you about releasing and relieving tension that can often build up in partnerships and relationships. Okay, so I know that the first thing we want to do when we have any sort of tension or build up is we want to talk it out, right? We either want to talk it out and discuss it out, or we might act out in more passive aggressive ways of like giving someone the cold shoulder or ignoring them or hoping that they get the memo. And I would say that both of these techniques can be often very inefficient unless you are a advanced stage couple. An advanced stage couple would be something that I call the conscious couple, in which you have build up so much money in your emotional tank for both of you guys. Your needs are met, you guys are doing so amazing that you can walk around just like, having all kinds of conversations, and it doesn't take anything away from the relationship. But most people are not at that stage, right? And in a lot of relationship, there's a lot of resentment and hurt and past trauma and things like that. So the more you're trying to be seen and heard and talk, the more you seem to be digging yourself in a hole. Have any of you guys been in that situation? I know I used to live in that situation back in the day when I had not done my inner work. The more I would try to explain myself or show myself or convince my husband of my point of view, the deeper our problems grew and the more we had to like dig ourselves out of it. So what to do? So I'm going to offer you some quick tips on how you can relieve the tension. First and foremost, I want you to realize that most people talk just simply to relieve tension. That's why there's so much phonetic energy, so much noise pollution around, because we have a lot of built up tension and we're just talking. We are not aware of the purpose of our talking. We have no intention behind our talking other than just relieving this tension, right? So get really purposeful about your communication. Only talk when you have identified in your head a very clear intention of doing so. Okay, trying to be heard and seen, I would argue, is not enough of it's not a good enough intention to be talking. Okay, and we'll get into that in great detail in the Aligned as Femme course, which 6 new live trainings are actually happening starting on January 2nd, February 2020. Not January 2nd, I'm sorry. Starting February 2nd, 2020, I'm adding 6 new live trainings to the amazing Aligned as Femme group coaching program. So that's linked in the description box for you guys. And so let's talk about what we're gonna do if we're not going to be releasing our tension through talking. Find other ways of releasing tension first and foremost. Okay, this is gonna be a list of self-care items. Maybe you need to start taking better care of the way that you eat, the way that you sleep, the way that you release things, right? Like emotional stuff that piles up. I've got tons of releasing techniques in pretty much all of my programs at this point. Use some of them. Journaling is a great one. I love journaling, meditating. Okay, I love this. Dancing is a great one. Grounding, going out in nature. Okay, talking to a therapist, because there it's a clear intention of speaking to release this pent-up emotion and sort things out. So all of these are great ways of releasing tension. But I would say verbally vomiting on your partner is probably not a good one, especially if you're trying to restore emotional intimacy. Okay, so that's one. Take care of that pent up tension so you're not releasing it during excessive communication. Or I would say most communication these days is probably useless. Okay, that's what I see. And I've gotten really, really intentional in my life. I'm not perfect at it. I mess up all the time, but I always try to pause and ask myself, what's the purpose? And then if I don't have a purpose, I don't open my mouth. Okay? Because releasing my own tension is not a good purpose to be talking for no apparent reason in the relationship. Okay, so what can you do then? To build back that emotional bank of good moments, of good times, I want you to plan on having at least 3 magic moments in your partnership. Okay, this means that you are together in a room. Maybe you're engaged in an activity, maybe not, but your energy is soft, you're warm, okay? And there is no tension in you, and you allow the moment to unfold. That is simply is it. Like a simple example of a magic moment. No drama, no talking, just simply being together, okay? Another example of a magic moment may be where your partner does something, and our partners do a lot of things for us all the time that we have just automated. That's what the human brain does. We don't even notice anymore, and you notice it and you thank them for it. Simple, easy. You just say something like thank you with a sincere energy of appreciation. Okay, so that's another example, example number 2 of a simple magic moment. Okay, another third example might be, let's say that your partner does something that triggers you, something minor, right? Like maybe you were talking and they glanced at their phone, or maybe you got all dressed up and they didn't notice, something like that. You simply let it go. You assume that they have a good reason that they're distracted, and you let it go, okay? Again, magic moment. We are not taking anything from the relationship right now. We're not using up currency that we do not have, okay? And so these are little steps that you can take, and I have a lot more of these in the 90-day relationship rehab program, which I will also link below. Little things that you can do to start letting it be okay to be together, okay? So we have this illusion that if we hash things out and we fight things out and we argue over things and we convince them of our point, then we're gonna get to the good stuff, okay? The problem is that when you have no emotional currency, you've got no money in the bank to spend, you just keep digging yourself in a deeper hole, right? We've all been there. So when you are in a state of tension or arguments or disconnection, you have to get to neutral first before you can actually start fixing things. Now, I'm not a big fan of sweeping things under the rug because they come back later to haunt you, okay? So that's not what we're talking about. But let yourself get to a point where you are both friendly, at least, with each other again before you start discussing, you know, some of the heavy stuff that needs to be discussed. Obviously, that stuff needs to be discussed, okay? And I highly just advise that it is eventually. But you need to get to neutral first. And neutral means kindness. Neutral means love. Neutral means generosity of intention. So that both of you guys are in a healthy space to even be able to hear each other, okay? So I hope this was useful. And if you would like some more support, you can check out the links that I have posted in the description box. I love you, good luck, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.